This is Mrs. Robinson from Simon and Garfunkel. We're essentially involved in, I'd say, the day-to-day run-ins as well. So we train the volunteers, we somewhat recruit the volunteers, we keep the systems going, we do help people with their shows. It's essentially keeping the station going and helping the volunteers in producing their own shows.
To different stations,
if you apply and you have a passion for radio and Terry sees you're interested in it, then he'll let you be a manager. I've learned how to do a show. So before going into this, I thought, how to produce a radio show, I wasn't quite sure how to do it. I wouldn't know how to plan it, the preparation that goes into it, or what sort of content I need. I'd know what sort of stuff I need, my target audience, what sort of content, what sort of music, how I structure interviews, all that sort of stuff I've learned since being a manager. I have dealt with so many people, all different walks of life, mature students, young students, people who have no experience with radio at all, some people have loads of experience, some people want to really achieve a lot with radio, some people just want to starve, just want to play some music. And that sort of balance, finding out what each person needs, what they're good at, what they're not good at, where they need their help, has been a vital skill. I would say if you're interested in radio, this is one of the best places because you learn on the job. It's one of those things where as you're doing it, you learn what works, you learn what doesn't work because you're doing it. You think, okay, I've done a show, didn't quite work out, next time I'll do it this way, and then you learn as you go. So it's a really good experience, and it's not, in my opinion, it's time consuming, because since it's over the whole year, it's much more flexible. You don't have to rush down and create an entire show. You have a lot more freedom in how you approach it. I've really enjoyed it. When I'm going, I thought, oh, it's going to be so stressful. Yeah, it's been stressful, but it's been like good stress because I've learned from it. And looking back, I say, you know what, I've given this everything, and I've enjoyed every moment of it.
The skills I learnt from the first year and second year, I used that, like editing and obviously people skills, and I knew how radio works from having a show for the last 2 years as well. You need to know how the studio works and like all the systems like Myriad and obviously Adobe Audition, because obviously if you need to edit. You also need to know how like the phones work if you need to do a phone interview. The biggest challenge I face is time management, because the events happen so quickly and there's so much planning you need to do. You need to do like a running order, a script, and then you need to make interviews as well. So yeah, it's time management is very crucial for being a manager. The people skills you need to be a manager is you need to be happy, you need to be like focused on people, you need to know what people are like and their interests. You just generally need to be there for people as well.
The biggest challenges that face you when you're a station manager is timekeeping. You don't expect everything to go super fast, and it actually does. You have to make sure that everything gets edited. One of the big things that I would suggest anyone is making sure that you have stuff recorded and edited and done in a file that you know, and never delete anything, because you don't know when something's going to be really important and you don't have it because you deleted it off the systems. I was very shy when I first started uni, and I wouldn't be able to talk to anyone. I wouldn't be able to do this. I wouldn't be able to stand in front of a meeting, which I'd do early in the year, but now I can easily do that. I can easily communicate, and being able to work with other people in a team of volunteers, it's helped confidence, it's helped just managing, and it's helped me grow skills as an independent worker that will go on and help with the work. It's helped me a lot with my editing skills, so like Premiere Pro, Adobe Audition, anything that needs to be edited or sent out to a public, that really helps so that you can make sure that it's the best bits, because we got taught that you always want to start on the best bit. You never want to start on a bad bit, you never want to start on a bit that's going to be boring. You always want to be entertained. It has been very fun, very stressful at times, but very fun to be a radio manager. And I had my last show the other day, and I was very sad. And I was like, oh, I've done this for 3 years, and now I don't get to do it anymore. But I will miss it. But it was with its ups and downs, it was a good time.